There's something different about the lines characters say in dramas. They're full of expression and a lot more dramatic than the words we use every day. So, if someone uses a line from a drama in real life, we often get responses like, "That just gave me goosebumps," or "That makes me want to puke." But don't you think it'll be pretty effective to talk like the characters in dramas to the people we love once in a while? You might be able to express your feelings a little better through the expressive words, and it might allow your love to grow further or clear up a misunderstanding. We often think more in our heads than we express through our mouths, so what about using those drama lines to express our feelings more and more often throughout the week? We're back, and we just heard Don't Stop by 5 Seconds of Summer. The first song you heard today on Monday, June 22nd, 2015. What's up, Music Access Browse and Seals? So, talking about using lines from dramas. Famous lines, of course, are the lines I use myself on Music Access. I'll be back, for example. There's also lines like, a Royale with cheese, or say what again, I dare you, I double dare you. Samuel L. Jackson, for those of you who don't know. What other famous lines are there from movies that I can remember? Oh, from the recent movie, Manners Maketh Man. That's a phrase that I've used, or that I've kind of learned to apply to my life a little bit. You know, being a very gentlemanly person is something on my to-do list, so of course I'm always trying to be more gentlemanly as always. Alright, so let me tell you what's up for today. For the first hour, we have our daily corner that allows you guys to travel in time. Time Traveler's Mailbox and All About Music Quiz Season 2 Benji style in store for you. And in the second hour, K-pop, K-drama, K-stars, we'll take some time to talk about what's going on in the entertainment world with all that K. Karen will join us in the studio for that in the second hour. Before that, here's how you can listen and participate on Music Access. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphone. And you can also send us messages through the app using the comment function. Y'all can also listen to us by visiting our website, www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess, and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeon. And remember, if you have any songs you want to hear today, or maybe a song you want to let someone hear as a gift, go ahead and send those requests on up onto our message board with the subject title, you guessed it, request. Alright, now we'll come back right after a song for message time. The song is Somebody by Natalie LaRose featuring Jeremy. Nobody, indeed. We're back, and we just heard Somebody by Natalie LaRose featuring Jeremy. And it's time to listen to your guys' words with message time. We got Crimson Rose from the USA saying, "Annyeong Benji, tonight we had a storm which prevented me from getting in the shower. I don't do well with storms and I hope that it ends soon. Oh, be safe. At least I was able to post in this note. Do you like storms or do they bother you? 사랑해요, adorable sweetie Rose." And there's a Benji Bunny emoticon, which is super cute. So, let's see. Storms. Do I like storms or do they bother me? In Korea, rain can fall very, very, very heavily, so that's something that happens. But I remember a long time ago when I was in, I think it was Ohio. Was it Ohio? Or was it more northeast? I can't quite remember. Oh, Wolfboro, New Jersey, New Hampshire. Oh my gosh, I can't remember my cities anymore. Anyways, but there was a rainy thunderstorm, and I was like super like, oh, it's raining, blah blah blah, you know, thunder and lightning. And then there's a church steeple, which is very high, which has a very sharp point. And I was walking, you know, under the umbrella, and all of a sudden, you know, I hear boom. You know, you see the lightning, then you count the seconds to see how far it is, and it's like, I see the lightning goes 1, So I wait again. He's like, lightning. Right, just getting closer and closer. And then it stops. And I was like, all right, maybe, it's over. Then all of a sudden, less than, I'd say, 500 feet away or something. I don't know how, it was really close. I see lightning strike the church steeple. And it's like, guys, I don't know if you've ever heard lightning strike really, really close to, where you are. But it's super loud. It's, if I'm going to go to the mic, I'm sorry, guys, you might want to turn down your speakers for this. It goes... it's literally that long, because there's this fade off for that, too. And then I freaked out. I my ears got super, hurt, and, my eyes flashed. It's crazy. I don't dislike storms, but that kind of lightning, after you have an experience like that, you get a little bit, aware of, how strong lightning can be. Anyway, guys, if you get in a storm, be safe. And, Rose, I hope, the storm ends and you have time to take a shower. Because, everyone needs a nice shower. Especially in the summer. You don't take hot showers, you take cool showers because it's so hot. Anyways, now let's check out a song before we come back with Time Traveler's Mailbox. The song is Love Is Easy by McFly. Time Traveler's Mailbox. Our daily corner Time Traveler's Mailbox will let all of you bring back special memories by revisiting your past. First, write down the date that you want to time travel to. Then, let us know why you chose that date, where you'll be, what you'll be doing, and who you'll be with when you travel in time. If you want to participate, just write time travel on your title and leave us your message on our message board. It can be any date or time, so don't feel afraid to, have to be specific. Any time is perfect. Alright, and now let's go to our first time traveler, Caitlin Val from the USA. Wanting to go to May 10th, 2015. It says, I'd really love to travel back to that day because I saw Come Get It, GOT7 live in concert with my younger sister and cousin. We cried so much and it was our first ever K-pop concert. It was amazing. I found out on May 10th, 2015 how exciting it is to see your favorite star in person. I also realized that when you see someone that you've been wanting to meet for a very long time, you can't stop crying. It was a beautiful moment. I wonder if you've ever experienced something similar, Benji. Have you ever found yourself unable to control your tears because you saw someone that you've wanted to see for a very long time? Not as of yet. It's an experience that I want to experience and something that I assume I will experience at some point, but not quite. But if you're going to have an experience like that, I would say GOT7 is a very, very good person to experience it with because, I really, personally, I just really like GOT7 as well. They all seem like really chill dudes and, no, they are chill dudes, and, we promoted with them way back when we were doing, when we debuted, actually, because we debuted, and then at the time, GOT7 was promoting, hey, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then, I was watching them perform, and I was like, wow, they're really good, and, but then you look at them backstage, and, super, super chill as well, having fun with each other, and, yeah, I mean, their concert, I bet it was an amazing experience, they all dance, they have all their special talents. I want to go to a GOT7 concert too. But, hopefully when we have a concert, maybe we'll go to a K-pop concert where we perform with GOT7. Maybe. You never know. But it's something I guess we'll have to find out for the future. But, yeah. Hopefully I'll meet that someone very soon and then I'll shed some tears. But in a very manly way. Not like, but like, I've wanted to meet you for a very long time. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Alright, anyway, let's check out a song before we come back with another message for our Time Traveler's Mailbox. The song is If I Was Your Boyfriend and Never Let You Go, Swag, Swag. Boyfriend by Justin Bieber, requested by Thailand's Kirine. We're back, and we just heard Boyfriend by Justin Bieber, And now let's meet our second time traveler for our time traveler's mailbox. And it is Talia from the USA, saying, I want to go back in time to March 4th, 2011, because that was the day I arrived at Crossett, Arkansas for my 6th grade year. I met my two BFFs there, and I miss them so much because I left in April 2012, and it's been 3 years now. I cried for days when I left them, and I kept a journal where I wrote down all our memories, but if I could, I want to travel with them to those special days we shared. I want them back with me, and I want to be able to go back in time to when we were together and having fun. Fun. Special friends, though, that is very true. You know, when I had to come to Korea, there were friends that I had to leave behind. And it's sad, you know. Those are the experiences that you kind of, I guess, learn from, you know, valuing people. And, you know, when you leave certain friends behind and you meet new friends or you make new experiences, you'll also tend to think about the friends that you had before. And, you know, when you travel back in time, though, I feel like one of the crazy things about traveling in time is that if you go back in time, it changes completely. Because, think about this for a second. When you go back in time, you're going back in time with the current memories that you have, not the memories of then, which means all the experiences that you experienced before might change a little bit, you know. Let's say that a long time ago, you wanted to get strawberry ice cream, but this time you ordered, you know, mint ice cream. You know, that's a change. You know, I just kind of randomly thought about that while I was talking. Sorry for getting off topic, but BFFs, of course, are the super, super awesomest people in the world. And, you know, at least you kept a journal. So at least later in life, I'm sure that in like maybe 5 to 7 years, you'll look back on this journal. Take good care of it, because it'll be a lot of fun to read when you go back. I swear. And I hope you guys will fill up our mailbox again for tomorrow's Time Traveler's Mailbox. Remember, if you missed the date to congratulate someone or propose to that loved one for the future, or if you have any plans for the future that you want to share, all you need to do is send us the letter to Time Traveler's Mailbox. Yay! Here's how. All you need to do is come visit me at www.aridangradio.com/musicaccess and leave me a message on our message board with the title Time Traveler. We'll come right back after a song for All About Music Quiz Season 2 Benji Style. Sharifa of the Philippines wants to hear Flashlight by Jessie J. All about music and all about quizzes. A great collaboration of music and quizzes. All about music quiz. There's something you guys need to focus on during All About Music Quiz Season 2, and that is Benji's hint. I'm going to be giving you guys a really critical hint, but there's nothing really set on what kind of hint it'll be. I'll be thinking about what kind of hint to give you guys after checking out today's answers, so it'll be a very ad-libby freestyle hint, very hip-hop swag, sexy, amazing, awesome Benji style. So make sure to look forward to my hint every day on All About Music Quiz Season 2. And if you feel like you know the answer after listening, write answer on your title and post it up on our message board. As always, we have a special gift for one lucky listener who sends in the correct answer. And our AA Music Quiz present this time is Mariah Carey's album Number 1 to Infinity, provided to us by Sony Music. So, let's check out today's AA Music Quiz answer. Let's see. It's this person. So, let me see. Okay, so today's answer is a female solo singer, and for the first hint, I'm gonna play a short clip of one of these person's songs. So, are you ready? DJ, drop that beat. And this is not Big Bang, by the way. This is not Big Bang's 거짓말. If you thought this was Big Bang's 거짓말, you have a lot of K-pop to catch up with. Anyway, so if you think you know today's answer, who is the female singer of the song we just heard, write answer on your title and send us a message with the correct answer. Now we'll check out a song before we come back with the second hint for Double A Music Quiz. The song Mylene of the USA wants to hear 다시 만나죠 by J Park. Added sound effects. And we're back to All About Music Quiz Season 2 Benji Style. We just heard 다시 만나죠 by Park Jae-bom, also from Seattle, like me. And now it's time for Benji's hint. Our first hint, we played part of the song by today's answer. And now Benji's hint for today. Let me think. What do I want to do? Okay. So, first, here's a keyword that is very important when it comes to today's answer, and it's the K-pop group Jewelry. So today's answer was a member of Jewelry and was also on the program We Got Married with a rapper called Crown J. And so now I'm going to give out a little speed quiz-esque thing. So this person's name in Korean is 3 syllables. Like, for example, Park Jae-bom. So, for example, it was like Park Jae-bom. Then I'd say, this is the state of a car when it's not driving. Then you'd say park. So like that, I'm going to give out a quick speed quiz. Okay, so the first syllable. How do you explain this in English? Okay, so the first syllable is, you know how Seoul in Korean is Seoul? Well, it's the first part of Seoul, right? All right. And the second syllable of this person's name. If something is out, then the opposite of outside is ide. So take off the side. So you get out versus So you got the first part. The first part is Seoul. The second part is the opposite of in. And the third part is the opposite of old. It's right. It's what I am. I am very, very, very. That's right. Yes, that was your Benji hint for today. And that was very disorganized, but I'm sure you got it. Because I gave out pretty obvious hints too. Anyways, if you think you got today's answer, write answer on your title and come to our Music Access message board at www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave us your answer, again with the title, answer. Our Double A Music Quiz present is Mariah Carey's album Number 1 to Infinity, provided to us by Sony Music. And now, before we come back, let's check out another song. Barawan of Turkey wants to hear Hot Issue by 4 Minute. We are back, and we just heard Hot Issue by 4 Minute. And I am going to be listening to Micha after today's broadcast. I don't know, I just really want to hear that all of a sudden. That video, when it came out, I was with all my members. We were going home after something, and we checked it out, and we were like, oh my gosh, they did amazing. And they really did amazing, getting number 1 on music shows and all that. Anyways, focus Benji, back to the radio. So first, for message time, we have Kimberly from the USA asking, Benji, do you like blondes or brunettes? This is a very important question. I don't know. I don't really have a preference when it comes to hair color, and especially, when it comes to Korea, everyone's hair color is everything. We got red, blue, yellow, blonde, white, gray, black, everything. So, I mean, for me, hair color, what's wrong with me, is not super important. It's more about kind of how you style it, I feel like, Not everyone can pull off every hair color. And so you kind of, mix and match and, figure it out. But if I have to pick between the two, because I feel like that'll be very important to you, I like blonde hair color, I guess, more than brunette hair color. I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, we got Natasha from Australia saying, Hi Benji, finally home and listening to the last few minutes of Music Access. I wasn't having a good day, but I had a parcel when I got home. The B.I.G. third single signed by you guys has finally arrived. Woo! Pa, qua, 음악사이, Music Access. I've waited so long to finally own a B.I.G. CD because I like physical copies of music, and since it's signed by B.I.G., it's even more special. Thank you so much for cheering me up, B.I.G. and Benji. Have a great day from an Australian beginning. Congratulations on the CD. I'm sure that if you open it, you'll find something really special that I put in there. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you guys know what it is? It's air. And maybe a little bit sweat, because I remember when I was signing CDs, I was a little bit sweaty, so, my sweat might be on there. But the pictures in there, check them out, hopefully they came out well. I remember when we were doing that photo shoot for our CD album jacket, we had a lot of fun, and it was a very, after doing it twice, the third time I think went a little bit smoother. But of course, still, there's a lot to learn, so hopefully when we get to our fourth, we'll have some super awesome, sexy, awesome pictures for y'all to check out. Alright, so before we continue on, let's check out two songs. The first song requested by Gisela of Indonesia is OMG by Chung Junyoung Band. And we'll follow it with 동네 술집 or Neighborhood Bar by 허각 and 정인. Or 허각 and 정인. Yes. We're back, and we just heard OMG by Chung Junyoung Band, followed by 동네 술집 by 허각 and 정인. And it is time to wrap up our first hour. In the second hour, we will be back with Karen for All That K. So, as always, to wrap things up for our first hour, I'll let you hear a song, Doing It by Charlie XCX featuring Rita Ora, and be right back. Here we go, we're starting up the second hour of Music Access with me, Benji of B.I.G. And of course, in our second hour today, we'll take some time to talk about what's going on with our K-pop stars and K-dramas with All That K with Karen, who will join us in the studio for that in just a bit. Before that, here's how you can listen and participate. You can download the Arirang Radio or TuneIn Radio application on your smartphone and also send us messages through the app using the comment function. You can also listen to us by visiting our website www.arirangradio.com/musicaccess and leave your messages there on our message board. Another way you can tune in is through terrestrial DMB, but this is only available for our listeners living on Jeju Island. The frequencies are 88.7 for Jeju City, 88.1 for Seogwipo, and 101.9 for Daejeong. Alright, after listening to a song, we'll be back with Karen for All That K. The song is requested by Australia's Natasha, who wants to hear What You by Speed. Want to know more about K-pop?
Want to know more about K-dramas?
Want to know more about K-culture? All okay on All That K. Have you been busy these days, Karen? How have you been? Hi, Karen. Welcome to the studio.
Hi, Benji. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure to have you.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Super bubbly. And it's already our fourth All the K segment.
Yeah, it is. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Wow.
That's like...
It just feels like I met you a couple weeks ago. I did meet you a couple weeks ago.
Anyway, so how do you like the first 3 times we did this corner?
Well, I thought it was fun. What about you?
I had fun.
I don't know. I'm a big follower of gossip and, entertainment news and stuff like that. So, are you?
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm in the entertainment industry.
You are in the...
I live on gossip.
I feel like you guys don't know what's really going on if you're inside.
It's funny that I find out sometimes about, stuff like that.
From other people, right?
From other people. And then I realized that people who aren't even in the entertainment industry already knew weeks before I knew.
They know a lot better than if you're actually in there. I feel like, it's kind of like when you're living in Korea and you have friends in the States, and if something happens with North Korea, they're like, oh, what happened? Are you okay? But people here are like oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah, they're like, oh, so that happened? Yeah. No, because they have the whole the 실시간 검색, the real-time search terms.
Yeah.
So then everyone's always burying their heads in there. If someone's name comes up, oh, he did this and this and this.
Yeah.
But then the funny thing is, the fact that so much information is available real time is that people glance over a lot of things.
That's right.
They just kind of skim it.
And then big news, it gets kind of buried by other news that comes up.
Like relationship news.
Yeah.
It's like the country's economy is going down, but number one on search terms is
someone's getting married.
원빈은 이나영,
Right.
So, whenever, we're talking about dramas or music, I think we're getting to know each other a little bit more.
Yeah, we are.
I'm
and
always...
I'm getting back into, because it's been a while. I'm kind of busy these days with the baby, the new baby and stuff. So I haven't been really following up on what's going on in Korean entertainment and, dramas and stuff. So it's been fun kind of getting back in touch with that. Yeah.
How is the baby?
The baby's good. She just celebrated her 100th day.
Wow, she's so young. I celebrated my 3,000th day or something.
3,000th day?
No, my 6,000th. 6,500.
I don't know. You should count it out.
Anyways.
It's been a while since we were born. Well, it's been a while since I was born.
Yeah. It's okay. I just said I was like, I just agree with you. So, when it comes to, favorite dramas or dramas characters, or just celebrities in general.
Okay.
When you were we'll say in college.
Okay.
Who did you
in
like?
college. Oh, wow. Well, I mentioned, that I was a big fan of Bae Yong-joon. That was when I was in middle school. And then when I was in high school, I was a big Seo Ji-sup fan. I don't know if you know Seo Ji-sup.
I do know Seo Ji-sup.
You do know, okay.
I used to, hear that I looked like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think people were just, they needed the glasses.
Huh. Well, I can see you more as Bae Yong-joon than Seo Ji-sup. I don't know why.
Because probably I don't look like Seo Ji-sup.
He has a very kind of grim kind of look.
Masculine.
He's a very taciturn, quiet guy. It seems like that. I don't know if he's really like that, but he kind of has that look, which I don't know. I can't.
Oh, no. I don't look like Seo Ji-sup.
And then when I was in college, let me see. Who was I a big fan of?
What year was that?
It's probably Cho In-sung. Probably.
Cho
Yeah. What about you?
Me. When I was in middle school, I actually wasn't into celebrities or any pop culture at all.
Okay.
It was mostly about the music.
Okay.
Then as I've come into the industry, I've been learning more about as stuff goes on. And so recently, one of the people that has really caught my eye was, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, Soo-hyun from the Avengers.
Yes.
She was in the Avengers movie. She's very, tall, very gorgeous.
Yeah.
Other than that, because it's very, very different that I've realized, seeing someone in real life and, having a conversation with them. And besides that, just seeing someone on TV is totally different.
Very different.
The first time, for example, I saw Beast. 선배님. And the first time, I saw them on TV is totally different.
Oh, okay.
In real life, you see all their aspects. 요섭 선배님 has a super small face.
Oh, really? They all have small faces.
That's not true.
Really?
See, that's what you believe. You think they all have the same size face, and that's not true.
Okay.
I hope you're not listening. 선배님들 너무 사랑하십니다. So, there's that kind of stuff that you kind of get into. But for me, people I want to meet is Big Bang.
Big Bang, okay. So
musicians. Actors, actresses-wise, I don't actually know a lot of actors and actresses.
Do you think you might be interested in acting, though, later on?
I did do acting when I was younger, actually.
Okay.
I did musicals, I did a little bit of acting.
Okay.
And so, if I get the chance, it would be great. But it's a little hard to do acting in Korean for me. Because that's the problem.
Language.
Especially...
Because you have to, deliver your emotions and stuff.
Exactly. And if you read a script in English, it's very oh, okay, so, I did this. I can't believe it. Oh, my God. But then if you do it in Korean, it's
it doesn't sound...
You get nervous.
Okay.
So my Korean goes from 저기요, 혹시가 아니라 저기요, 혹시. 오늘 좀 억양 is the tonality is all weird.
Okay, but, that's something you can work on.
It's true.
And you've only been in Korea for a couple of years now.
That's true.
So.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I'll get better. I might be the next Bae Yong-joon. Benji.
the
Benji.
next
Anyways.
Okay.
So let's talk about our first topic for All That K.
All right. Well, when we first started this new corner, when we had that big shake up here, we had our listener Mara from the U.S. She sent us a message saying that she wanted to know a little bit more about the reality and variety shows here in Korea. And there's one show that is very, very popular, immensely popular, not just here in Korea, but also in China, in Southeast Asia. Do you know what I'm talking about?
B.I.G's music video.
Okay, well, that's probably really popular in Korea and in other countries too, but I'm talking about the variety show called Running Man.
Ooh, I know Running Man.
Yeah, so do you watch Running Man?
I don't have a TV yet, but I remember seeing clips
We need to get you a TV.
Yes! No, that's weird though. It's like all of a sudden, like someone sends a TV, it's like, what do you do with this? But I remember watching it when I was younger, and one of the things about that program that stood out to me, there were two things. One, they invite like huge level guests.
Yes,
They get Rain on there.
Huge guests.
I remember they had a what's his name? He's really scary.
최민식? 최민수. Yeah.
He was on the show, super scary, got the beard.
with the teeth.
Yes.
The gold teeth.
And then also the game that they play where they rip the tags off on the back.
Yes.
That looks super fun.
Yeah, that's actually, wow, you kind of, summed it up for me there. So, okay, so we're going to talk about Running Man, which I mentioned is really popular. And that game that you're talking about where you rip off the name tag, that's actually what got this whole show, what gained the show popularity. Because when it first started out back in 2010.
Wow.
That's a long time
That's
ago.
a long time ago.
In July.
Wow.
It's in the 5 o'clock slot, which is kind of like prime time
for Korea.
Weekends. And it started off in 2010, but at first it was, although it did have big guests and although it had, Yoo Jae-suk as one of the main, people on one of the main guests on the show, it started off so-so because, of course, Yoo Jae-suk was more well-known for Infinity Challenge.
Infinity Challenge.
Right. So it had Yoo Jae-suk, Kim Jong-guk, Haha, Jisuk-jin, Gary from Lisang, Song Ji-hyo, and Lee Kwang-soo. And it first started off with Song Joong-ki as well, actor Song Joong-ki. So it started off with all these people, and they, go to different places, and they kind of compete with each other. They compete against each other. They play games. And like you mentioned, they had these huge stars. I think the first guest was Lee Hyori, which is, huge.
Super huge.
Huge. And then they had, all these other guests that usually don't make appearances on variety shows, like sports stars, like Park Ji-sung.
Yep.
Ryu Hyun-jin, the
Cha-duri.
baseball star. Yes, Chu Shin-soo.
Soccer player.
Etc. So they had these huge stars, but it wasn't that popular until that game that you mentioned where they rip off the name tags.
So that game wasn't in at the first episode?
No, it wasn't. It came out actually a couple years later.
Wow.
So it started, getting more coverage after that. A lot of people started, watching it a lot more. And then it kind of exploded in 2011 when they started doing the Superpower special.
Superpower special.
Yeah, superpower special. So all of the characters in there, they were given superpowers. For example, Yoo Jae-suk, he would be the person that would be able to control space. So he could move different members to different spaces.
Like that was like his power.
His superpower, yeah. And then Kim Jong-guk, who is, a singer, and he was another character on here, he had sixth sense. So he, whatever, it couldn't be everywhere, but wherever he was, he could know what was going on through his sixth sense. That was his superpower. Song Ji-hyo's superpower was mind control, so she would be able to know what the other person's superpower was. And then they also had Haha, who was the time controller, so he could turn back time.
Yes.
And then Jisuk-jin was the phoenix, so phoenix, they never die, they revive, so he had 3 lives.
I mean, he needs it. I mean, if you watch the show, you'll know what I mean.
Yeah, and then Gary was the duplicator, so he could make
copies of
himself up to 4.
Wow.
And then Lee Kwang-soo's character, he had the death note, so he could write someone's name and he could make them die. So this was considered to be very new. It was a very new concept for Korean variety shows and entertainment shows, and it was really especially popular among elementary school kids.
It would be.
Yeah, because, you're kind of combining, the fantasy factor with the reality show, which is very new. It's a very new concept. So it was immensely popular, and that's when it kind of hit that,
Top.
the ratings, the ratings. So that's when it became really popular, and still, I think a lot of elementary school students are big
I mean,
fans of this show.
it's that show and Infinity Challenge essentially.
Yeah, and we talk about Yoo Jae-suk and how he's so popular here in Korea. He's like the number one, probably MC host, and a lot of his support comes from elementary school students. They're like, they really want to be like him, and I think he really sets a good example as well.
I think so, because he's like the national MC. You know, he really. Whenever he's on a program, he not only helps himself get on there, but he helps other people, by helping them talk.
He knows how to, definitely lead a show.
Exactly.
And he knows how to take care of the people that are in that show and bring out, their strengths.
Definitely.
So it kind of he kind of creates that whole aura, that whole program, really.
One of the things that I actually heard from Choi Soo-jung 선배님, he's an actor, very well known in Korea, is we were talking about Yoo Jae-suk.
Right.
And then he mentioned that he's really one of the greatest people to lead shows ever, just like in Korean history, because the way he runs shows and the way he just kind of goes through everything, it goes through smoothly. They have something in Korea called 불량, which is like the amount of show that they can put out on the air.
Right.
Because, they film for 5 hours, but they can only use a certain amount of time.
There's a lot of editing that
But
goes
he's
on.
like the best at getting all that out from everybody, apparently.
See, that's really great. That's what a host should really be like.
Exactly.
Because, they need to be able to... Because sometimes, you can't help it. If you don't say things that are funny, you kind of get chopped up in the editing board. So that's really a great strength for him. And whatever program... I think that's why whatever program he does, it's always a big success.
I think so. All right, so we are talking about the Korean hit show Running Man today, so we'll talk about it more after a song. The song is by one of the members of Running Man, 너는 내 운명 by We just heard 너는 내 운명 by Haha, and we're here with Karen on our Monday Corner All That Cake, and we're talking about the Korean hit TV show Running Man today.
Yeah.
So, because of the show's popularity in China and Southeast Asia, the individual members have also gained a lot of fame abroad.
Right.
And I heard one of the most famous, popular characters abroad, rather, is Giraffe Lee Kwang-soo.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I was really surprised to hear this.
That's weird.
Yeah, he is, I heard whenever, he's called the Prince of Asia. You don't give that kind of title to just anyone.
I mean, I'm not gonna say, I'm not being
Prince of
rude, but I
Asia.
mean, Lee Kwang-soo as the Prince of Asia.
So, in Korea, I mean, of course, Lee Kwang-soo gained a lot of popularity through his appearances on that very, very popular sitcom, High Kick Through the Roof, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So he was there, and he's been in a lot of dramas and a lot of movies, but always as a supporting cast.
Right.
He was never, the main lead character, but because of this show, he's known as the Prince of Asia. So
weird.
I heard that whenever all the characters go abroad to shoot, to tape, his fans are just lined up at the airport, just like maybe, if Big Bang was to visit Thailand.
That much.
Yeah, that much. That's what I hear.
But I kind of get how that could happen, though, because, contrary to, what people think, he's actually, if you look at the way that he models, in his photo shoots, he's actually, very cool when he poses. It's just his character on that kind of variety show is very silly and all that stuff. But then he also has enough poise to, pull off that kind of cool look.
Yeah. And also, I think, adding on to his popularity probably is the fact that because the show was so popular, in China, they created their own version of the show.
Wow.
So, just a lot of hype, a lot of, China it's such a big country.
It is.
If a TV show records 1% even in the popularity ratings, it's considered to be a huge hit. And apparently the show that they, modeled this after, their own version of this show, it's called 달려라 형제, which means run brother. Apparently this recorded 5%. It went past 5% in viewers ratings. So you can see how popular this is. And it's just amazing because all these Chinese fans, they really love Lee Kwang-soo.
Wow.
But all the other characters are really popular as well.
Course.
Like I mentioned, Yoo Jae-suk, he's called, the president of the kindergarten, or not kindergartners, of elementary school students here.
President of elementary school students.
Because they all want to be like him. So Lee Kwang-soo is known as the Prince of Asia. And then we have Kim Jong-guk, who he was kind of, his popularity peaked I think in the 90s when he was a part of Turbo, when he was a singer, and it kind of peaked and then was kind of on the decline. But then after coming out on this show, not so much in Korea, but abroad, his popularity just kind of
Exploded
jumped
again.
up again, right? And then we, of course, have Haha and Ji Seok-jin, who's, he's not really a celebrity. He was an announcer, but he's become a celebrity because of this show abroad.
A very weird kind of celebrity.
Yeah.
Not the cool guy, but the funny guy.
There's actress Song Ji-hyo,
Oh, I
who
like
is a
Song Ji-hyo.
very, renowned actress, but she's not, she's not like...
Super.
She's not... I mean, she has a lot of movies under her belt, but I can't say she's like the
She's
A++
not like Chun Ji-hyun.
list. Yes, exactly. So, there's Song Ji-hyo, there's also Katie, and there's Lee Kwang-soo. It's a very unique mixed match of characters, different characters, and I think that's what makes this show interesting. And of course, there's that little love line that goes on between
Monday couple.
Yeah, Song Ji-hyo and Katie, which, Katie, he's like this rapper, singer type. He has a very strong image.
He looks,
Yeah, I don't want to say it, but he doesn't seem like the romantic type, right? But he is on the show, yeah.
But it's not like a very like a fiery like I need you. So it's like he talks like he doesn't care. He's like, I do all this stuff for you and you treat me like dirt. And then I can't believe you're doing this to me. And the funny thing is they're called like this Monday couple. But then if you look at this show, whenever like a handsome actor comes on the show, Song Ji-hyo always gravitates toward the actor.
Of course.
And that's when Gary's like, I can't believe you're ditching me for this guy.
So they have that, little sum going on, I guess, there. So that's another interesting factor that viewers definitely watch out for. And then, of course, there's Lee Kwang-soo's character. I don't know, who do you think is your favorite?
My favorite when I first saw the show was Lee Kwang-soo, actually.
Yeah.
Just because he's so unique in the fact.
He's very unique, and he's very, I don't know, he has this, like, lovable factor, I think.
Like, the thing is, he always tries to, like, betray people. He's always trying to, like, undermine everything. And he always fails.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's what makes him
lovable.
Exactly,
I'm pretty sure if he succeeded, no one would like him. Yeah, because, Kim Jong-kook is, like, the athlete of the show.
Right.
Like, people think nothing's impossible for him.
Yeah.
But you get to Lee Kwang-soo.
It's called, like, 능력자, right?
right?
He's
The tiger.
able to do anything. Yeah.
But not Lee Kwang-soo.
Yeah.
He's not able to do anything. I said that's so negative. I'm sorry. 광수 선배님 너무 사랑합니다.
Yeah, so I think the most recent episode I was watching, it was the one where they go to different Chinese restaurants and they try out different Chinese food. And Lee Kwang-soo's character on there, they had to do this sort of game where they put this big cushion inside their shirt and they were jumping and bumping up against Kim Jun-hyun, who is known for he didn't even put anything underneath his shirt. He didn't need anything. So they were, bumping against each other, and whoever fell out of the ring would lose. And Lee Kwang-soo was, he was trying so hard to win, and Song Ji-hyo's character got really mad, so she just like grabbed his hair as soon as he started running towards him. I don't know, it was just hilarious. I'm having a hard time describing that, but you just need to watch it.
You need to watch it because the relationship between the characters is very special because they look so close.
Right, but even though he was trying so hard to win, it was kind of, almost to the point where he looked kind of pathetic, but it made me like his character even more because, he was trying but failing every time.
But, it's interesting because I heard that Lee Kwang-soo, before he was on this running program, he was an actor.
Yeah.
And before that, he was a model.
He was a model. Well, he's very tall.
He is.
He's 190 centimeters. How tall is that?
That's like 7 centimeters taller than me. That's like 6'2" or 6'3"?
6'2", yeah, 6'2", 6'3", around that height. So he started off as a model. I don't know, he does have kind of that unique
He has that model
face, right?
face.
I mean,
it's
I don't know.
Not like the very handsome model, but the very unique face model.
He kind of gives off that silly image, so maybe I can't see him as a high fashion model, but, he definitely has the length and the legs to pull everything off. So, yeah, he started off as a model. And we'll talk more about him in a bit, I guess, after a song, right?
Yeah, let's take a quick song break. The song is also by, it's part of the group that Gary is in called Lisang, with a member called Gil. 나란 놈은 답은 너다 by Lisang featuring Harim. Yes, we're back, and the song you just heard was 나란 놈은 답은 너다. The answer for A Guy Like Me is You by Lisang featuring Harim. And we're back.
Yeah.
Talking about Lee Kwang-soo.
I know. So we mentioned he started off as a model. He was born in 1985, so he's older than you, right?
He is quite older than me.
Yeah. He's younger than me.
I mean, he's a little older than me. Oops.
Yeah, he's a little younger than me.
Ah.
And we mentioned how tall he is. He's 190 centimeters, and he debuted as a model in 2007.
Yes.
And he made his acting debut right away in 2008.
Wow.
And the program that actually kind of put him up there on the list and made him a star was that show that I mentioned, the sitcom, that aired in 2009.
I loved it.
Yeah, High Kick, Through the Roof. I really liked it too.
I loved his character.
Yeah.
Such a Pablo character, like the...
Yeah, it fits his image really well.
And then he was paired with Yuna. Yuna, not Yuna. Yuna.
Yeah, Yuna. So they were a couple, and it was kind of cute because it was this long, lanky guy with this short, cute girl. And I don't know, they made a really cute couple.
They did.
Yeah, so they gained a lot. Both of them, I think that was their breakout program. Yeah, so they gained a lot of popularity from that. And then, he started, like I mentioned, he was never really the main character in any movie or film, but he's been in a lot of different dramas and films. The other one that kind of gained him a lot of popularity as well was the drama called 세상 어디에도 없는 착한 남자, or The Innocent Man.
That was
Have
a
you
long
seen this?
title. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't watched this, but it stars Song Joong-ki. And I know that Lee Kwang-soo, he's very, very good friends with Song Joong-ki. And Song Joong-ki just came back from the military.
Are you jealous of Lee Kwang-soo right now?
You know what? I'm actually a really big fan of Song Joong-ki as well.
Are you?
He's the kind, I guess I'm kind of like an Ajumma fan because I always think when my son grows up, I kind of want him to be like Song Joong-ki.
Don't call yourself Ajumma. Say Nuna fan.
Nuna fan. Okay, Nuna fan. Emo fan.
No, Nuna fan.
Nuna
Stick with
fan.
Nuna. Keep it good when you can.
Yeah, so I always think, because my son, he's 4 now, and I'm thinking, when I grows up, I think Song Joong-ki is a very good character kind of look
A
after.
good kind of role model.
Yeah, role model. Song Joong-ki and Lee Seung-gi.
Oh, Lee Seung-gi. I do know Lee Seung-gi.
Yeah, so
if you had to pick between the two, because Lee Seung-gi is originally a singer,
and
Song Joong-ki is acting.
I don't know. In terms of looks, I think I'm more Song Joong-ki. Yeah, but then I can't do anything about my son's looks. So, but his looks, I think they gravitate more towards Song Joong-ki because my son, he's kind of pale. He has big eyes, so. Maybe.
I bet he'll grow up and be handsome.
I don't know. I hope so.
I'm pretty sure he will be.
I hope so.
I mean, because you're very pretty.
But then I don't want him to be like a ladies' man. But anyways, I'm getting off track here. So anyway, so he probably met Song Joong-ki through this, and they became really good friends. So this drama, it was a pretty serious drama, I think. Although I didn't watch it, it was all about like revenge, I think. So that was a pretty serious drama. He was one of the supporting cast members there, and he started becoming more acknowledged as a person that's a serious actor through the drama that aired in 2014, which was a little bit more recent, that starred Cho In-sung and Kong Hyo-jin. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
What was it called? I forgot what it's called.
괜찮아 사랑이야. It's okay, that's love.
I don't remember.
He had Tourette's syndrome. So he
Tourette's.
would,
He would swear randomly?
He would tick, with the ticks and stuff. Yeah, and he did a really good job of portraying that character. So that's when people started to think, he can really act as well. Yeah.
I need to watch more Korean drama. I just kind of realized
You need a TV.
I do need a TV. But then, then again, that's what video sites are for, too.
Yeah, but you need a TV. I think it's easier to watch on TV.
I don't know if I'll have time to watch it anyway.
Oh.
But, hopefully I'll get to meet Lee Kwang-soo at some point.
Yeah, so that's how he became, on Running Man, apparently they had very special guests, which was Song Joong-ki and Cho In-sung that came to visit them while they were taping. So they were like, oh my gosh, what are these big stars doing there? And it was because of Lee Kwang-soo, because they're very close, and they became very close while filming, 괜찮아 사랑이야, and the other drama, The Innocent Man.
I'm just saying, I like talking about Lee Kwang-soo and all that stuff, but, I think you might like talking more about Song Joong-ki and Cho In-sung.
Right.
I think so. You might have a lot of information on that.
Yeah, maybe we could talk about one of them next week.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Because it is actually time to wrap up our corner.
Already?
This corner goes by fast.
Wow.
Anyway, so, next time, who do you want to talk about? Song Joong-ki? We're not going to decide now.
Okay.
But, throwing out ideas.
I'll think about it during the week.
All right, sounds good. So, sending out Karen, we'll listen to Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon, and I will see you next week.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we're back and we just heard two songs. The first song was Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon, followed by Black Widow by Iggy Azalea featuring Rita Ora. And it's now time to reveal the answer for AA Music Quiz from the first hour, and the answer is Yay! A lot of people sent us the right answer, and we'll post our winner up on our message board after the show. If you see your name there, please send us a message with your name, address, phone number, the date you were chosen, and email address on our message board under the title Winner. Our AA Music Quiz present is Mariah Carey's album Number 1 to Infinity, provided to us by Sony Music. And now let's check out two songs requested by our listeners now. The first song requested by Australia's Samantha is Babble 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 Pop by Hana, and we'll follow it up with 너네 누나 소개시켜줘 by New East, requested by the USA's Darcy. And it's time to say goodbye. Our last song for today is Hold On, We're Going Home by Drake, requested by Anne-Sophie of Malaysia. This was Benji of BIG, and as always, I'll be back.